All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off and foremost, I'd like to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Hopping straight into this, as you see in the title, Exhortations and Motivations. Let me go into it. This is Romans 12 and 8. Oh, he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence, and he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Now, I'm going to start up a verse. Let's go to this, just so we get the whole context, because just going to the exhortation, because we're supposed to be building each other up. All right? And that's what the scriptures do. All right? Matter of fact, we're built up through the scriptures. All right? But what does the scriptures also say? Comfort ye each other with what? These words. All right? So that was Romans. Let's go to. Let's start with 5. Start with 4. For as we are many members in one body, and all members have not the same office. All right, we all have different levels in this truth. We have our different operations. All right, it says verse 5. So we, being many, are one body in Mashiach, and every one members one of another, having then the gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith. Like I said, it's all different levels. Or ministry, let us wait on our ministry. And that's exhortation itself. Hey, whatever you're good at in the truth, excel in it. Let that be your office. All right? Everybody can't be the historian. Everybody can't be the prophecy guy. Everybody can't be the quick precept guy. All right? Everybody can't be savvy in the Hebrew. All right? We all have different operations, different talents. Okay? It says, on ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation. So you have some brothers, and their skill is pumping brothers up, exhorting them to do what? Better works, more works. Okay? So that these whole couple of verses is exhortation. Listen, it's many members in the body of Hamashiach. Do your job and be good at it. All right? Because we serving who? Hamashiach. All right? Now, I read it up and down so we get the context of why that was said. So this is Hebrews 3 and 13. But exhort one another daily, why it is called the day. So that's what we're doing with these videos. That's what we do when we go hit the highways and byways for these brothers on the other side who come to see us prophesy. All right? Because they what? They want to hear the living word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? So daily we are what? Exhorting each other. All right? Matter of fact, let's just get that. Let's get it in the Greek. Come on, don't do that dumb shit. All right, here we go. That was Hebrews 13 and 3. 3 and 13. What's that? Parakileo. Parakileo. Let me see.
Strong's G 3870. Parakaleo. Parakaleo.
It says to strengthen. All right, all right. It says to call to one side is call a summon. All right. To address, speak, which may be done in the way of exhortation, entreaty, comfort, instruction, etc. A modest exhort, strive to appease, uh, encourage, strengthen. All right. Uh, Now let's get it in. All right, let's go back to. Oh, come on, get this little ad. Dismiss. Entreat, comfort, instruction, and that's what we do daily with the exhortation. Do we not comfort and instruct each other? All right, with what? The scriptures. Do we not strengthen each other with the scriptures? It says to instruct, to teach, comforting, and encouraging. All right. So that's why the lesson is entitled what? Okay. Exhortations and Motivations. Okay. And some motivation is putting the fire on your ass. All right. It says we persuade men by what? The fear of the Lord. Okay. Now, it says, but exhort one another daily, just back in Hebrews 3:13. Why it is called the day, least any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. So, hey, iron sharper than iron, right? So, part of exhorting brothers daily, right, and encouraging them to continue, encouraging them to push the word. If you're not doing that, your sword is becoming dull. All right. Now, you're out there by yourself. You're more in tune to give in to the deceitfulness of sin. Okay. Now, hey, here's a good one. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. All right. Which encompasses what? Exhortation. I'm going to read it again. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling, going back into what I was just talking about, brothers being around each other, brothers talking. Not only that, brothers doing these videos, exhorting, all right, to keep brothers sharp, all right, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another. And so much the more as ye see the day approaching. So going back to exhorting each other why it's called day. It says much more we should be doing that as we see that what? Day approaching. All right, Shalom, Akim, and to all you brothers out there that's tuning in. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Wherefore comfort yourselves together. There's the comfort again. All right. Matter of fact, I know it's a scripture that talks about. Oh, well, that's right. That's why. Hold on. First Thessalonians 4:18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Okay, there you go. And I was talking about, when you read up, it was talking about, the elect that died in Hamashiach meeting the elect that's still here in the clouds. All right. So these scriptures in totality, in totality, Salakia, comforts us. Matter of fact, it talks about the scriptures being the comforter, all right, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is that what? Spirit of understanding, which now Yahweh Shai what? Sups with us, because we get these breakdowns, we get the understanding. We get and understand the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures. And that's only given to the elect. First, back to this First Thessalonians 5:11. It said, wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. So in comforting one another, what? With what? These words, right? We're comforting each other with these words, right? And what are these words doing? Edifying us. All right? Edifying us. Right? If it's not, if all this teaching, or if whatever we're doing ain't into edification, there's no purpose for it. Okay? First Timothy's 4:13. Till I come, give attendance to reading. Right? So that's studying to show yourself approved. All right? To exhortation and to doctrine. So we're supposed to be exhortating each other daily. Matter of fact, the elder apostle Gabar has a page. It was talking. Oh well, it was the daily exhortation. All right, that's literally what we're doing. Okay, every time we turn on these videos and we see a brother's face and our bowels are refreshed. Now we pumped up to do a video. Now we're provoked to do good works. All right, that's the point. That's the purpose. That's that flowing water too, man. To see how the spirit vibe and move and bounce from a brother to another brother on the same topic, a different point of view, but hits just as hard. Okay. 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke. This is what you're supposed to be doing with this truth, this word. Reproving, rebuke, exhortation with all long suffering in doctrine. That speaks for itself. Exhort with all long suffering in doctrine. So exhortation is very, very big in the truth. That's not a light thing. Okay. These things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority, because we have authority in Yahweh Hashem Shai. So this is coming from on high. All right, this is Titus 2:15. These things speak and exhort and rebuke with all authority. Let no man despise thee. Okay. On Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them, right, motivating them, pushing them, building them up to do what? To continue in the faith. Let that sit. When the elders go and do these videos, these brothers do these videos out here in these different regions, what are they doing? Exhorting us to continue in the faith. Because what? Yahweh Shema Shai is near. He's getting ready to save the elect. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay? Matter of fact, it says confirming the souls of the disciples. Let me go look up that word, confirming. Let's get that. Matthew 22. It's to establish. Epistrado Italiano.
Strong's G 1991. Episterizo. Episterizo.
Epistrido. To establish, besides strengthen more, render more firm, confirm. All right. Exhortation basically in itself to establish, to strengthen, render more firm, more solid. All right. Because that's going to go into what? Your faith. Okay. Confirming the souls. So establishing the faith, confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them, motivating them, pushing them, all right, building them up to what? To continue in the faith that we must go through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So we got to go through it. So confirming the souls and exhorting them to what? Push and suffer for Yahweh Shem Shai. Pretty much. And that's what we're doing. Okay? So exhortation is a big and heavy part in the truth. When who was that? When the angel asked who will go forth before the Lord, and Isaiah stood up and said, "I will send me." That's motivating. All right. When Ehud had that blade in his left hand and said, "Listen, I got a message from the Lord," and fuck that that Moabite up. That shit was heavy, man. Okay. So all these, especially all the things that was written 4 times for our learning, man. But all these scriptures, all these examples, Moses, all the great things that happened in the scriptures, the Maccabees, Esther, it's beautiful, man. It's all the exhortation, man. It's Hebrews, the 11th chapter, is just exhortation in itself for us to push and go farther. Because at the end of that scripture, it talks about basically all these have came and died not seeing the promised land. Why? Because they had so much hope that they would pass, come back, be reincarnated. They was going to get the kingdom because Yahweh Shema Shai said so, man. And that was a promise. All right. So that's why we exhort and we push, because that kingdom is coming, man. So with that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Double honors to thee, elder apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Abba, Babal.